they're going to have to be on point. They being Clerney, really, is going to have to be on point with those clarity potions. It's going to be super important that she cleanses herself or Shifu, depending upon who gets lined up. Because the thing is, if she drops it on herself in a way that if Teldo hits the stun or hits the what do you call it, or hits the deceit, that's the in cap, it'll debuff him. So he'll lose his ability to stun. They won't be able to follow that up. So that is the possibility here. So I think that is what they're going to have to go with here. As you see, actually getting the panic flask. So it goes with the AoE flask. He wants to be able to control. Usually you see that with double range compositions, but you see, I think he's thinking that he's going to want to make sure that they hit, as, oh, he avoids it there with the leap. So big pressure going to be coming out here onto Clerney as he comes over the wall. The deceit, oh, good in cap. Wow, counter in cap. He's not able to get the deceit out. I really like that play. Gets his counter to trigger, doesn't go over the wall actually. Hits the impale, chasing a little bit too far though. He's not going to be able to get healed or anything from his teammate. Clarity potion is used now though, so this is the opportunity. If they can get in on him and get some big damage lined up, uses the harpoon, and it looks like red team was able to get that, so that was a good job. Here's the deceit. Can he get the, oh, he put it on himself. But the barrier is going to protect him. Look at that position. He puts himself way back up top over here. So that way they weren't able to, he wasn't able to get the counter pressure, or he had to pick Shifu basically. That's, I really like that. Deadly inject onto him. Is he going to be able to leap? He doesn't have his leap. There's the incapacitate into the kill. Wow, round one going to Clerney and Condemned. Really wonderful job. That was awesome. We've seen Teldo and Verask really play super aggressively, and then they haven't been able to really do anything in that round. So welcome Canada LOL into the family. Show him some love in chat, guys. Welcome him to the stream and to the channel. So wasn't really able to get anything going there. They had a hard time setting up the combos, and that was just like I said, doing a really good job of the positioning. I actually wasn't anticipating this. I loved Clerney's positioning and using the barrier, because the damage, it absorbs 50 damage. So they weren't able to really DPS through the barrier, and if they do DPS through the barrier, they're basically wasting all of their damage. So okay, they get it there. Good use of the cleanse, though. The barrier and the heals coming out, keeping them up. But now's their opportunity to come in. They should have the stun snipe combo here soon. Just missing that snipe, though. There's the incapacitate, but not able to get the huge damage. Condemned grabs the sphere in the middle, but now Lucie is taking so much. Look at, she's going to get taken out. Yes, Condemned, unfortunately, left her alone just a little bit too much. Tries to go back onto the Croak, but Croak able to get out of there. This is going to be a really difficult comeback here for the Shifu. I do like the Shifu, though, against the Jade. I think it's really hard for Jade to deal with him, because her M1s, you know, it's so easy to trigger the counter because her M1s shoot the 6 bullets. So basically, as long as a bullet hits you, you just cast your counter, and you're gonna get the counter triggered. But what's gonna happen though is if he does that, it's gonna pull him very deep into the back line. I gotta take a drink. I'm sorry. It's going to pull him very deep into the back line, and then Croak will be able to just jump onto Lucie, and then Jade will be able to just jump in deep onto Lucie too. So it's going to leave Lucie very vulnerable. So he doesn't want to always do that necessarily, but he does have the opportunity to do it pretty easily. So not going to use the snipe quite yet. There's that counter coming out. The heals and the barrier do come out. Spell block didn't get the silence, but so that's a just good heads up play there from the Shifu. And there's that counter again, so deep. Now Lucie, you see him going right in for that Lucie. Like I said, there's the snipe, and not able to follow up too much. It's a Croak ended up changing targets, but Jade again having to try to get away, splitting up the two players. I really like that. As there's the fear, continuing to get that CC, puts a couple auto attacks, and they reset. I think right now the red team, Bruce Lee, is playing a little bit separated than they are as far as versus Teldo and Verask. Good fear. Look at that. Immediately putting him into the fear, and he wastes his 25 energy as he wasn't even able to come in. As blue team gets that middle orb again. There's the ultimate, the incapacitate to stop it though, but there's the counter incapacitate. Will they be able to follow up? Good Petrify. What a sick play to stop the snipe, saving SHifu from taking a ridiculous amount of damage. And SHifu now tries to get back onto this Jade. Who is going to get the kill as there's the stun setup, there's the silence, the heal's coming out, the counter's going to be triggered, there's the incapacitate. Will he be able to get out? The Petrify is not going to be enough to stop the damage, and SHifu is going to get taken down. So it looks like a second round will be going here for Teldo and Varask. Teldo and Varask going now up 2-1. And so, what, in my opinion, they just got a little separated there. They weren't able to really stick together. And part of that is that the counter from SHifu can bring him into some dangerous positions that Lucie is going to have a hard time following. And if Lucie uses her role to come in, it's just going to set up an opportunity for them to really focus onto the Lucie. So he ends up grabbing the companion potion, wanting to do a little bit extra healing. The Kunju getting the heal. I think that's good for his team. And I'm looking to see, man, I don't have a hoodie, man. It's cold here today. But don't have a hoodie near me. I'm just going to keep going through it. We'll see how it goes. And same builds coming out for both Teldo and Varask as was before. The counter is triggered, waiting to use his Impale. Does have the barrier, so able to trade well. I like that they're playing a little bit slower here. Gets the fear again, so not going to be able to get the deceit. It just missed there with that step back, and then gets the counter onto the snipe. Good use of the silence though, but right now this is looking super dangerous. The fear just missing, gets the stun, but the counter again putting pressure back onto the Jade. I like this. The red team Bruce Lee has done a much better job. I think they're playing it a little bit slower, which I think they should have. Great Petrify. Look at that long range Petrify to stop the snipe combo that they were setting up so much. The ultimate getting quite a bit of damage here. Doesn't able to get the incap. So low is Teldo, but he's able to grab the health orbs and the middle orb, so heals up quite a bit. And now Bruce Lee is in a commanding position, 77% to 28%. The barrier actually goes on to SHifu though. Will he be able to get the fear? He doesn't. Teldo getting taken down super low, but also was getting a lot of damage onto this Lucie. The counter not going to be triggered. Good hesitation there from Varask not to hit it. The silence just missing, and he knows that is it for him as the Petrify Deadly Inject come out. Really good play here by Clerny and Condemned. Team Bruce Lee, I love that they slowed it down. I thought that was a really slick move on their part. They knew that they had, they don't have necessarily as good of poke as Teldo and Varask, but they have better sustain, and so they were able to kind of like engage hard and then back up, and then engage hard and then back up. So I really, really like that play, and I think that's what they need to keep doing. It's keeping Teldo at bay. Teldo hasn't really been able to get in there and cause as much trouble because the positioning here of Clerny playing the Lucie, he's able to play far back, able to use the barriers effectively, and able to really put the pressure on where needed. So Smoke Veil going to be used. A lot of pressure come out. The double fear, that is exactly what he needed there, and gets a ton of peel. Also got a deadly inject off, and Jade now is solo. The Smoke Veil being used. The Deceit is going to get hit. Using that Swift Roll, not going to be able to take, or not able to put damage there is Teldo. And so now Clerny going to be basically in really good position and hits the fear again. The counter used by SHifu, so that's down. This is their opportunity to put some pressure on SHifu, but you see him desperately chasing down this Lucie. Lucie taking a lot of pressure, but both teams are going to have to reset. The fear just missing. Using the Clarity Potion well, and you see though now Lucie in a bit of a predicament, is taking so much pressure. The barrier is out. Here's their opportunity. Will Condemned be able to break it up is the question. SHifu trying to chase down this Jade. Apparently Clerny is confident with his ability to peel himself away from this Croak, but there's the ultimate, there's the stun, leaping in, not going to be able to hit the silence. The fear again just going to miss as Teldo leaps it. The ultimate coming out, she's not going to have her roll, doesn't get the cleanse. There is the damage, the stun coming out. She's getting taken down super low. Is going to be able to roll away though. She's trying to get away, the leap over the wall, the fear cancel. Great cancel by the fear. Adjust, realizing that he's been saving his space that whole time. Still has it. Will the fear come out? It's not yet. Gonna roll again to avoid the pressure. There's the stun. Using the potion immediately to cleanse it. So Jade is getting low. Lucie's getting low. There's the fear. is going to have to heal back up, uses the barrier, and gets a stun again. I just realized I've been doing play-by-play like non-stop, but this action has been crazy. Trying to heal back up, uses the roll again. The fear coming out. She's one hit. Will they be able to get the kill onto this Jade as she's getting so low? There's the stun. The barrier, no damage going to be done because of the barrier. A couple health orbs are going to be grabbed. And now the snipe coming out gets the kill onto Lucie. Huge play there with the setup. They were finally able to get it. It's back and forth, and finally able to finish him off. But there's the spin to win. The pushback though. Will the stun happen? Fleetfoot going to be used. The impale coming out. Counter not triggered, and not able to grab that middle orb. This is likely going to be it here for him. I don't think he has his Fleetfoot. There's the stun. And third round going for Frosk and Teldo. Oh my goodness, what an amazing round. That was madness. I told myself not to do play-by-play today, but that was just so intense. I hope you guys enjoyed that, because that was one of the funnest rounds I think I've seen in a long time. So got the heal ultimate and the movement speed ultimate. Kind of surprised by that, as Croak gets the increased movement speed. Croak trying to come in pretty aggressively again here onto this Lucie. Condemned trying to chase down the Jade again. I think they're playing a little bit disjointed as they were before. I don't know if I really like this change-up, as they're not really sticking together as much, which I think they need to. But Teldo actually still taking quite a bit of damage. There's the fear. They're able to guarantee the middle orb. That is really big for the red team, because I don't think they got an orb at all that whole time. The barrier saving so much damage from that onto that SHifu, and now Teldo trying again to go onto that Lucie. It's a really good play, as he's taking quite a bit, using his EX space, trying to get out of there, uses his counter to avoid a lot of damage, gets the double in cap. Lucie just missing that deadly inject. She should have deadly inject first. She accidentally used her auto attack first, and that might be it for her. But no, she turns around and gets the kill on Croak. So Jade going to be the one left by herself. That barrier again, just such a good job. And the red team gets it again, that middle orb. And that is probably going to be it here for the Jade. And they tie it back up 3-3. So I really like that switch. They were able to focus Teldo when he comes in, who's playing that Croak, and really punish him anytime he moved forward. Vrask still doing the top damage, however, 315 and 252. Actually, look at it. They actually out damaged him, and it's because of the sustain from the Lucie that they were able to do it. And also that barrier absorbed so much of the damage in those snipe setups that they weren't able to get enough damage in. And so almost the exact same start here, as they hit the javelin and then come back in. The fear is going to be a hit. Well, it broke right away. I'm not sure how it broke there. That was interesting. I'm not sure what happened. But you see that Teldo losing the initial trade here has taken the most damage, but the blue team gets the middle orb, which is really important. So they're able to heal up quite a bit here, get a little bit of extra energy, incapacitate onto the Jade, incapacitate onto the Lucie. No real follow-up, though, from the Jade. Not able to hit that snipe combo. Barrier has gone out on Lucie, so here's their opportunity as the swift roll to get away. I really like that. Using the roll to separate himself, not able to get there. But Jade doing a really good job. Oh, look at that! Great use of the Clarity Potion to dispel it. I was talking about that really early in the match, the ability to use the Clarity Potion to cleanse yourself, and actually just dispelled it right off of the, and just missed it there again. I was going to say just dispelled it off of the Croak, and just barely misses it. The fear is down right now, though. SHifu's still playing actually really aggressive. I'm kind of surprised by this. Here comes the snipe. Roll to avoid it. I love that play. And the in-cap coming out, not able to get the kill, didn't have enough stacks. Here's the ultimate. I don't know if roll is going to be off cooldown or not, but look at that, the silence. What a great setup there to make sure that the ultimate from Croak hits. The javelin going to get the kill, the counter not going to be hit. Will that be enough damage? Likely not, though, because of the barrier and everything that they have as far as protection. There's the deadly inject. The deadly inject not going to get hit, but the great use of the Clarity Potion again to dispel it. I really love this play here from this Lucie. No fear. Don't think she's going to have her roll here, but just uses her barrier instead. And there's the final blow to go up 4-3 here. Will they bring it back to a rubber match? Really good job. This is a really fun matchup. I love the cat and mouse that is happening a little bit. They're going back and forth. They're trying to, bait out certain spells really hard, but they're just counterplaying each other really well. I really love what Lucie is doing. I think this is just an absolute amazing play. Good job using the counter, waiting for it to be in the air. But as I said, what they might do is trigger the counter and then jump in on that Lucie, which they did. But with the barrier, she didn't take a ton of damage, but she did take quite a bit. There's the incapacitate. They're trying to go back over for the Lucie. Not able to get it, but they get the snipe combo because of that. Barrier coming out to help prevent a little bit of that. The ultimate is going to be stopped because of the counter. They didn't want to trigger the counter. The snipe not going to hit. Oh, it hits Lucie. I was going to say the Fleetfoot is able to avoid it. Jade taking quite a bit of pressure. Uses that smoke veil to not get hit by the fear. I love that. Just missing the snipe, and again, that clarity potion doing so much work. I think Teldo and Varask have a really good opportunity here, but Bruce Lee have readjusted. They've healed back up. I think that they need to not overextend here. Condemned cannot chase. He needs to stick with his buddy. Oh, here's an opportunity for some huge damage onto Teldo. Will they be able to get it? Uses the deceit. There's a bunch of incaps into the silence, into the barrier. Barrier, he's going to have to roll away. So much pressure continuing. Good use of the harpoon, though. There's the counter. Trying to get back onto her. Will get the appeal. There's the kill. Great play there by Condemned. Absolute presence there as he comes in. Uses his ult to try to peel for his teammate. And there's the fear. This likely will be it here for Teldo and Varask unless an absolute crazy play, and again gets dispelled by the clarity potion. Just such a smart play here. I love the play here by Clerney. I can't express this enough. Clerney played out of his mind in my opinion. There's the ultimate. There's the incap. Using the Toxic Blaze to heal up a little bit. I like this play, not using the ultimate, but there's the kill with the tendon swing. And it is going to be Condemned and Clerney moving on. What a wonderful match. I hope you guys like that.